Oh, the humanity, folks. I'm a monster. What have I done? Good morning, everybody. Wildman Willie here. Wanted to say happy St. Patrick's Day to you. And boy, it's just idyllic and beautiful like a freaking cartoon out here. So nice. So very nice. And I can't help but say that I'm just in an excellent mood today. Yesterday was an excellent day. Today is going to be just as nice. And what we have on the docket first thing, Matrix time. We're going to rip its face off, get it down to the skull, get them old cataract eyeballs out of there. Not terribly complicated. Looks way scarier than it is when I get it off of there. One of my favorite services to perform. There's going to be an immediate transformation in the appearance of this car right away. Some light duty to get my day started. Happy St. Patrick's, everybody. Make sure you wear some green, maybe smoke some green. If you're going to drink, make sure you got a designated driver, call an Uber, figure out a way to get where you're going to go before you go party. In any event, have fun out there. All right, I think I got everything loose here. So you got two push pins at the top. You got two little rubber feet at the top. Those do go all the way through the bumper and this support into the mounting bracket. Underneath, on the lower grill valance, you have two whole plastic clips that run up into the actual bumper. So those got to come down, but they're real easy to see. The bottom skid plate, if there was one, was already off this car. You detach your fasteners 10 millimeter from the side corners here, and that is your wheel well liner connection. On the inside, you have two large plastic push pins on either side, and two of the small little Phillips head screws. So they used like all the different kind of little trim fasteners on that, but I believe I have it all loose. So let's pull it off. Let's see if she wants to come off. Yep. Okay. So as you can see here, that's your front bumper cover assembly with the guard still in it. See what we have underneath. Now will be good access to the lower headlight mounting bolts and this guy right here through this clip. So the bumper does come off to do this, and we'll dust some of this off while we're in here. But pleased to say, there's no signs that this one's ever really been smashed up front, so that's awesome. So let's make quick work of this. Cataract headlights in, they're coming out. Again, looks like 10 millimeter, and 10 millimeter through this bracket to get that assembly out. Once it's loose, it'll be a lot easier to unplug all the wires. Let's get it snatched. Let's start by removing this assembly. Start with this one, 10 millimeter up top. No problemo. Does it? Maybe another 10 millimeter right here. Got it. And one more right here. I ain't looked at no diagrams, folks, but it's Toyota. Usually don't need to. It's usually a very logical puzzle. Like that. So I got three. One is different from the two others. It's easy to tell which is which though. Now this assembly ought to be free for the car. Hello, puppy. Got some dog action in the shot. That's awesome. Alright, so there's just a little more to it. I missed one. So this is free, but it can't make it out past this. So there's one more 10 millimeter bolt. Holds that in. Could be something on the inside, but I doubt it. Now we're free enough at least. We should be able to get this assembly out of here. There it is, just like that. So now we can just disconnect the wiring harnesses. 1, 2, 3. And then we got a wire clippy here. Clippy, flippy. So that's out. There's our old cataract assembly. We'll go get the new one, compare it, get it installed. It'll take just a moment to clean up things underneath. That's an interesting air smoke tube they did there, but not too dirty, looking great. Love doing this repair, folks. Quick and easy. Fun almost. All right, folks, let's take a closer look at what we got and what we're doing now that disassembly is complete. As you can see, we managed to extract the old headlamp assemblies in intact fashion. Nothing broken about it. Fogging to the outside, and one part that's hard to tell, the chrome is going to be dull in the inside, which is why polishing alone is often ineffective for headlamps like this. Also, this UV damage goes all the way through this plastic. You can buff off the outside, but it will return. Sometimes these things are extremely expensive, in which case buffing is what you've got. In the case of common Toyotas like this, they cheap, folks. They're real cheap, and this is one of the easiest ways you can bring up the appearance of the car. So our new one is a top quality unit. I ordered as various manufacturers from Rock Auto. This time they shipped Eagle Eyes, which is a preferred. That's a better brand as far as I'm concerned when it comes to these. We've got the plastic skin on it still. I'm going to leave that until it's installed in the car. That guards it from me being ham-handed. Also note I got my foam pads down. This one came pre-installed with bulbs. We don't know if they're ever going to be that way. Always order bulbs. If they do come with them, they're going to be inexpensive ones, longest life, least brightness. We're going to reserve those and remove them for backup bulbs at least. They'll go in my Save Your Life category pile. But to go in, we got Philips Night Guide Platinum, which a little bit of a controversial bulb here. This is as bright as I will go on a car like this. Basically 130% brighter bulbs, not the widest light, the brightest light that I can go without going to LED or something crazy, which is really a hazard to other drivers in the community. This is bright enough and will still make somebody see stars for sure if you bright light them. So we want to be careful there, but good quality, definitely a huge upgrade over what's in there. Coupled with these new lenses, it's going to be amazing. For the signals, we got long life bulbs. Anything amber, I just go with the higher quality unit. So let's switch out the bulbs in it. Let's get it in the car. All right, time for the fun part, bulb removal and installation. Now, with the assemblies out, it's certainly easier than it is with them in. You can actually fit your hands in here to access them. How easy it is dependent on the quality of the headlamp assembly and how they made the bulb retainer. So we're about to find out in real time. This inner bulb here is marked as 9006, and I went ahead and got my cardboard off of these guys. These are my, which ones are you? Yes, you are my 9006. Okay, so we're going to remove the old bulb by rotating it. Just came right out. Call it an old bulb. It's a perfectly good new bulb. I'm just going to drop that in that for now. Do not handle these bulbs by anything other than the plastic part. Wear gloves while you do it. I make it look a little easier than it can be sometimes. So what you want to do is look at your tabs, find the fat one, and arrange the fat tab in the fat slot, and then just rotate to tight. That was pretty darn easy there. Time for the 9005. Again, same procedure. Rotate to remove. We'll drop that in the 9005 box. Got a Night Guide Platinum bulb here. Ooh, look at my blue stripe. Gonna install that. Look at my tabs. They're for orientation. That's important. Flip it in. Yep. These are nice, is the answer. These are very good retainer assemblies. For this one, for the turn signal bulb, and that one's not as critical to not grab with your fingers. You're not going to hurt these unless you're really nasty. It's the ones that build excessive amounts of heat, like a headlamp bulb. So we just plug that in. Whippy. And then, same deal, look at the orientation of our tabs. There's going to be a fat one to orient. Put that in. Rotate home. Now we've got upgraded bulbs in there, folks. You can see the blue through that. That's as hot as we can get those. Simple matter to plug it in the car. I'm going to go ahead and dress my other headlamp assembly first, and then we're going to put them on as a pair. All right, let's go ahead and install this driver's side assembly. First step, remove the plastic covering. It could get trapped underneath when you're installing one if you don't first, and then you'll have plastic wrap left over, so we get that off. Now, installation tips. Oftentimes this is a tight fit. Oftentimes there are slight variations from the original when we're installing these parts. So what you got to do is use your hand feel and push things in. Don't be afraid to move things out, like wiggle that out a little bit to get it in there, but do not pull hard with anything trapped. If you run into tension, you want to look at where you're doing that, think about it, and work from there. So I guess what I'm saying is these can be a little bit tricky or not, depends on what you're putting them in. Just a gentle touch is a good idea. Now, your wiring harness here, you want to do that first, and then it will also help you identify where it's supposed to go. It should still have some memory to it. So, clip that one in, good. There's the retainer, clip that one in. Now, naturally, go together. Good, I heard my click. That's good, I heard my click. Now, time for the wiggling, folks. This pin right here has got to retain over the top of that. It's got to fit in. So, clear everything. Not all the way in yet. See where we're holding this one right here. You have to do that over that. And then she just falls down. And from there, this tab locates and that tab locates. Yep, got that popped into place. So now it's a simple matter of putting my fasteners in, and those headlamp assemblies are in. All right, this is looking exceedingly better already. I went ahead and tightened down the bolts off camera. As you know, it goes together the way it came apart. Here, I'll show you. Got this top one, which is a lip over tab. So I do it first as this orientation is set. You got this one here, under where the bumper cover would live. Tightened it second, went ahead and marked it. Third, you got one here, inside the bumper cover retainer. Same deal on this side. This one was installed second. This was installed first. This was installed last. Now, do not over torque any of this. You are tightening a bolt into plastic threads, and what will give up is the plastic, not the metal. So remember that when you're dealing with that. But there's the headlamp assemblies installed, and I think you can tell a big difference already. Let's get that front bumper clip back on. That will not take long at all. And then we'll have something to really show for, what, about an hour's time, really, including making videos. Got the front bumper hung back on it and bolted back up. Of course, installation is the opposite of removal. But what I did is I located with these two guys first. And then I pushed in my push pins. That's all there is up top on this one. On the corners, you got your small Phillips head retainer. You got your large funky retainer. On the bottom, you got your wheel well liner one there, and there, and there. And then if we go up underneath the car here, it's a little bit of a tight fit, but I'm a slim one. Where did they go? Right here. You got one. Put that back, sure did. And two. And then the obverse on the opposite side. So that's where that mates to the bumper. So, oh, look at that beautiful sky out from under this. It's a little tight. All right, well, that's marked up. That's headlamp assemblies on this. Let's lower the hood and see what she looks like. Wow, it looks 10 years newer already. See what new headlamp assemblies do for a car? Quick, easy, simple installation and investment. Total bring up of what you're dealing with. That looks excellent, and we'll have some nighttime performance shots this evening to show you what the true benefit was. But there's that, folks. If you got foggy cataract headlamps on your Toyota or Honda product, don't suffer it. Change them. All right, folks. We're going to change out all the tail lamp bulbs in this one. They're still working, but we're going to give it the ultra bright and the long life where applicable. So with this one, you can reach in through these plastic covers and get to these bulbs. At least I believe so in all instances. But I find it easier to remove the whole assembly from the vehicle. I got big hands, and it's easier for me to take the 10mm nuts off and just pop the guy out. So let's get in position in the vehicle. There's that one out. One out. Reposition a little more comfortably there. A little tight on me. Let's see. This one here. These guys are in here at close range. Just a moment. We're going to switch tools. Ratcheting 10mm is going to make better work of that. Get around that plastic. There's two. One more. Kind of upper inboard here. Okay, we just got to get them cracked loose this thing. They're cracked loose. No difficulty to service. Got it. There's all three of those. Now, should be a simple matter. Remove the assembly, push down the tab to remove the harness, and now I just got access to my bulbs, no problemo. And we can clean up some of this 10 years worth of grime. Alright, we got the old assembly out for easy access to everything. Let's just start by removing a bulb one at a time and matching it to what comes out. So this guy is not labeled, but it is obviously a 7443. As you can see, this one was still functioning, but she's got some black and brownness to it. We're replacing that with the Philips Crystal Vision, which is going to be ultra bright white light in there. Going to look great. Again, you want to try to keep your fingers off of these as much as you can, but these are not like a headlight bulb where you have to be just religious about it and not touch it. So we just plug that one in. Good. And I promise this is much easier than to do the gymnastics to just remove the bolts. It's much better than trying to get in there through that trunk assembly, for me at least. If your body shape is different or you have different skills or abilities, you may find that different. So let's see how this one goes. a little tighter with this built-in wiring harness. Okay, very obviously my amber bulb, which we're replacing with a Philips Long Life 7440 natural amber. Just a high quality bulb. This one wasn't dead. I want every bulb on the exterior of the car to be as bright or as good as possible, all in one shot. Start fresh. So that installs real simple like. There's an alignment tab. Yep, clippy. Put that in. And then this one here. How does this guy work? We just twist. Okay. And this one we're replacing with our 921 Crystal Vision for bright white light. And the other side's going to work pretty much the same way. Access may differ to get to the assembly, but this is how you do. Just get her out one at a time, change the bulbs, put it back in the car is the easy way to go about it. Don't be afraid to move that weather clip if you need to as well. It's very easy to figure out where it goes. The screws there located. So as you can see, new bulbs in it. Our reverse light is going to be nice and super bright blue. We'll do the tag lights next. Now that we've changed out all the bulbs that come in our outboard mounted assemblies, it's time to take care of the license plate illuminator lights. So to get to these, very simple, very well built car, very well engineered. Flathead screwdriver, it's going to be a little notch, poppy pop, just like that. You got your cover off. Note that your bulbs are in these little sockets right here. Here they are. These are 168 bulbs, and still, as with all the other ones, still functioning, but it's upgrade time. Philips Crystal Vision Ultra, bright white light. Look, blue dip bulbs for the license plate. This will get rid of that brownness we were experiencing on that. Again, I do love this matrix, these Toyota products. They just know how to do it right. So that's clamped down. And then you got some alignment tabs on your socket. Go ahead and locate them. I'm just going to push it and turn. Great. Rinse and repeat for this corner. Same deal. This one looks like it's had a hard life, but it was still functioning. We're going to get this here blue bulb installed in it like you'd like. Just like that. Take a look at your alignment tab, put it down, rotate it, check it, getting good. Recover, find your tab. That's going to go towards the top. Flip that in, flip, flip, flip. Make sure you get all your tools out the trunk before you shut it up. Down with the hood. Looks like everything's good. So folks, that's all the exterior bulbs to do on one of these. Your high mounted brake light is LEDs, nothing to be addressed there. That's a complete bulb replacement on this vehicle with only the best. We got ultra brights everywhere we could put them. We got ultra long lives and all the other holes. Next up, later this evening, when it gets dark, we'll do a walk around to give you the after and do the comparison. But there it is, folks. Enjoy. It's about dusk on a beautiful St. Patrick's Day. I made the most of it. It was just wonderful out here. But now it's dark enough for me to show you what we got out of this light package. So, behold, the low beams on the Matrix. Philips Night Guide Platinum. Ooh-wee. Yeah, that's bright. That's definitely bright. And that's nice white light as well. And as you can see, illuminating a good distance down the street, that's for sure, and casting quite the shadow. So that's low beams. All right. Time to engage the photon cannons, the retina scalders, the ones everybody's going to be bad about. But you know what? I'm going to make sure I tell them, don't you run these damn high beams going down the street in Eugene. You do that out in the woods. Engaged. Oh, wow. Oh, wow, wow. Doop-de-doo. Oh, the humanity, folks. I'm a monster. What have I done? Ow, my eyes. The phone had to shield me. Yeah. I'm casting a shadow. That's over a half-mile long shadow. Ouchie. Well, sorry, everybody. Again, I'm going to warn them not to run those in traffic, but as far as being able to see out of it, we win. That's the ultimate illumination package right there. Driver point of view. Yeah, I'd say you can see what's going on. I'm going to set up the camera and we're going to do a test of turn signals and rear lights.